What an incredible finish. I think everything was set up by some timely hitting. The base hit by Drury. CO fights off a ball, doubles down the left field line, and then the impressive at-bat by Ketel. A great moment for him. Obviously, just getting called up. You always look for little push moments like that to help you to move on to the next day, and it was just a special moment for him and this team. And a bunch of people created that moment. Before that, Taijuan Walker. What can you say about his outing? It was nearly as good as Zach's was yesterday. 7 innings, 106, 107 pitches. I felt like he was in command of his of all pitches throughout the entire outing. The fastball velocity looked like it had an extra gear on it when he needed it. The secondary stuff was very crisp. And overall, it was just a really good team win. It was a good team moment. Walk-off wins are always exciting, and it was a pleasing moment for me to see these guys celebrate the way they did.
How about Ketel's at-bat? A couple change-ups that he missed, and then he got one.
Yeah, well, it's all about adjustments. I know that he was probably a little bit frustrated by offering some balls down at the bottom of the zone, and he picked himself up and executed and did a really good job on a pitch up out over the plate. We have to remember that he's got some experience. He's not a rookie, and I think he just probably went to somewhere inside of his memory to say, see the ball up, all those lessons that you learned along the way, and he executed. It was a beautiful thing.
Do you think you ever saw that kind of an infield defense?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to really follow up with anybody. We were still processing it ourselves in the dugout, but look. You have to elevate the ball. There's very few holes in the infield. It was a strategic move by Bud Black, and you roll the dice. So I know that Ketel did what he needed to do and elevate the ball, and that helped us win the game.
You've been on winning teams, championship teams. What is it about this kind of thing that can become contagious, where in situations like this you just expect someone to come through?
Well, I think these guys rely on one another and set it up for the person in back of them, and they're willing to hand it off and say, go ahead, it's your turn. It's a special team quality that we possess, where we're not afraid to say, I can't get the job done right now, but I'm gonna make sure that you're ready to. It's a great characteristic that we have. I feel like this group thinks they're never out of a game. They feel like they can come back from any deficit. And then late in the game, it's one of these things where they just feel like, hey, it's our turn and our moment. I'm going to step up and get the job done. You can feel that vibe in the dugout, and they have created that. They've earned that. They've won that right to feel that way with all the comeback wins that we've had.
What did you think of Fernando?
Well, I mean, I probably jinxed him before the game, and we got to remember that ninth inning is a very difficult inning to walk through, and he's been perfect for a month. So this was a small hiccup for him. It wasn't a situation where he walked off the mound with us having to score a run. He got their two of their better hitters, two of the best hitters on their team to end the inning and got us into the dugout with a tie game. So I'm going to focus on that. It wasn't perfect up to that point, I know. But those moments happen. But what he did was he rebounded and gave us a chance to win the game.
You guys had multiple, points throughout the game where you had to answer. Whether it was Owings' home run, Drury's double, and then obviously there in the ninth. Just kind of looking back on those three instances, what does it say about your team that you guys did that multiple times today?
Well, I think one of the characteristics of this team is we ask our pitchers to stand up in a shutdown moment after we score runs. We want to have a shutdown inning, and they've answered that. For the most part throughout the course of the season, and then we want to be able to answer any runs that have been scored against us, and I think that's just a momentum stopper. I think when you tack on a run or you mark in an inning, it's just a good feeling, and when the team can come back and in our case our team would come back off of them scoring a run, it kind of stops that run of a momentous moment. And I think we do a good job of standing on the gas pedal when we need to. And those aren't the only times we do it.
How do you keep this momentum going on heading into LA?
Well, I know that these guys are excited about getting on the plane, having an off day tomorrow. They are ready for the next step. I didn't really want them to focus on anything else than the Colorado Rockies today because they're a quality team and we know what they can offer. So I know this team will be ready. I think we're going to have a good off day in LA tomorrow, get ourselves ready for a really important 3-game series, but not looking beyond Clayton Kershaw on Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday night.
Torey, as a manager, how do you prepare for a guy like Clayton Kershaw, and how does it matter for your guys out there? How do they prepare?
Well, we have a really good system in place, and obviously our numbers will play that out where we prepare, we understand, we know our opposition as good as we possibly can before we step into the box, and then there's a lot of head-to-head interaction between a lot of our guys. So they face them and have seen them. So we're going to share information, and we're going to do the exact same thing that we always do. We're not going to try and do anything more special than we have throughout the course of the year. We're going to play Arizona Diamondback baseball.
Torey, the attendance numbers have been great lately. Do you feel like the Valley is really starting to rally around this team?
You know, I hope so, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk about that. I was looking at some early highlights of some walk-off wins, and in the bottom of the 9th inning before it started, and I saw a lot of green seats in the background. I didn't see that today, and we want to go out and represent the entire state of Arizona the best that we possibly can, and earn their support. We need to do that, and I think piece by piece we are, and we appreciate the vibe and the energy that they create in the stadium. And we want as many fans to come out here and see our brand of baseball. We're an exciting team, and we've got a long way to go, and we need their support.
All-star. All right, anyone else? You have the headphones on? Can you hear me? All right.
We're supposed to not roll on the
Can you tell them in the truck not to roll on this?
This is a whole new thing to me right now, so
It's just embargo.
Okay.
It should be announced any minute now. So
Okay.
if you want to go ahead and tell them who it is, and they'll all copy, and then if they have questions
Or I
about it.
can text
Okay.
them.
Hold on 1 second. Are they off? Are you off?
I'm pretty sure by now they're just realizing it's.
So you guys are on Twitter right now, nailing it shut and finding out, so you already know. So it's not going to be any big news.
As a
Fans didn't vote for Gold.
You good? All right, so just comments right now. No one tweeting anything.
This is
Until
not
it's
official
announced.
right now.
Not official.
Okay,
You'll notice when you see it come across the D-backs Twitter, prior to that, you
okay, John.
All right, we have 4 All-Stars that we're very proud of. It's Robbie Ray, Zach Greinke, Jake Lamb, and Paul Goldschmidt. And that was exciting news to us. We felt like we have a couple more candidates that I want to also mention that deserve consideration. You know, and guys like Chris Owings and Fernando Rodney and Archie Bradley. Unfortunately, only 4 were named, but we're very, very proud of them. We had talked to them briefly about that and made the announcement. And we're going to be there with them in Miami. We're all going to be sharing the excitement of that moment with them, and they're going to go out there and represent the Arizona Diamondbacks the best way they possibly can.
You think 4 is an appropriate number, Torey, considering how you played?
Is 4 an appropriate number? Well, I believe in this team, and I love this team. I want everybody to be an all-star. I know that's kind of a corny answer, but I really feel strongly when I say that. And I mentioned 3 other guys already that deserve consideration for me, but you know the line's got to stop somewhere. Everybody can't be an all-star. So we have over 50 wins, and you don't do that by just rolling out there and being average with average players. We have really good players on this team, and I think the league has recognized that, and we're very proud of these guys.
When Lamb and Ray, just what was their reaction first time All-Stars?
A lot of excitement. I got the first person I looked at after I said Jake Lamb's name was Jake Lamb, and I feel like he was relieved and understood that this was something that he earned, and we're very, very proud of him. So it was a really good moment for all of us. We celebrated with them, and we're gonna obviously be there with them, like I said, and send them off to Miami with great thoughts.
How cool is it to see Lamb respond? And I know you weren't here here last year, but last year he was on the bubble, being an all-star, didn't make the cut, but he responded with a great year, and then make sure he's on it this year.
Well, I know bits and pieces of what happened last year. I think he was on the Final Four, and he didn't get that bid. And, you know, that can be a little bit frustrating to a player, and it's a really unfortunate situation. Like I said, this is a really special group that gets to be named to the All-Star team. So the line has to stop at some point, and unfortunately he didn't make the team last year. So I know he had a tremendous first half, and with everything that I can say, I know he deserved this consideration, and I'm glad that people gave him this opportunity. I was making a push for him a month ago. I started talking about it when the voting first started. So I believe that the league got this one right.
When did you find out who was going?
This morning. This morning at about let's just leave it at this morning about 9:30. About 9:30 this morning, and I was bursting. It was hard for me to keep it in, and you know, I'm an emotional guy, and I was just like, I wanted to share it with the world, but I couldn't.
You said you're going to be there with them. You mean literally? So you guys going to Miami?
No, we're going to be watching every move they make from afar, and we're all going to be there in spirit supporting them.
Did the players know, or did you make that just a special moment for them?
Did the players know? How did they find out? Did you make it a special moment?
Did you make it a special moment?
You can tell them how, it's gonna be, yeah, we're gonna share it with all.
Okay. I didn't know if that was supposed to be a big like surprise or something. Okay. We got the group together and got the entire group, entire team, the entire clubhouse, dugout level, including the front office, Mike Hayes and Jared Porter. And I made the announcement to the entire team that 4 guys were chosen. So it was a pretty special moment, pretty bonding moment for all of us.
Post-game?
Pre-game. To be exact, at 11:40. After you guys left. All right, thanks.